Hello, let's go over the quality of light homework requirements. So for this homework assignment, you're going to embed 3 photographs using either your digital camera or your camera phone to capture kind of like an artistic, creative images that pay special attention to the unique presence or the effect of the light. So the subject matter is open to you. It's totally your choice. However, I really want the photographs to capture a unique quality of light in the scene that you're photographing. You can photograph people and set up lights. You can set up objects, food. You can walk around the community that you live in and pay particular, specific attention to the quality of light. So this might be where there is a unique way that the light exists and it's falling on a particular subject. This can be dramatic light using strong shadows, or it can be diffused light where the illumination is soft and directly, totally surrounds the subject. So it's that diffused light on an overcast day. Look for scenes lit by window light or early morning or late afternoon light. Look for dark environments where the subject is lit by a single light source. Look for the effect of light and shadows on whatever in your scene that you're photographing. Try to create photographs that show evidence of directional light. So you might want to have photographs that have really intense shadows or highlights. And those are great indicators that you're particularly using directional light. So you can go back and look at some of the student examples where, here's a good example of using window light and having the blinds creating that pattern on the background. This is a good example of diffused light where someone sets something up and the light's just kind of softly hitting all of the different subjects in the photograph so there's not a strong shadow. And you're going to want to pay attention to what you expose for. So you might need to get the meter reading or the camera reading, which we talked about earlier, in a very particular spot in the photograph. So this is just a necklace in front of a bare light bulb, and the photo has been exposed primarily for the light bulb, the light coming off the light bulb. So hopefully these images will inspire you to think about either setting something up and or walking around and finding something out in the world. These are both good examples of, really harsh light coming in from the side. And so you're going to want to look for lighting or create your own. And then you're going to follow these 4 prompts. Give your photographs a title, a size, tell us what kind of camera you use, all the exposure information. Talk about the type of lighting. So use the language from the learning unit. Is it hard light, soft light, high contrast, low contrast, directional light? Talk about the intensity of the light. There's lots of information that you can go back and use that language when you discuss this 3rd prompt, talking about the type of lighting. And then explain how the light affected your process when you were considering how you wanted to use composition design or anything you want to talk about how the light affected your creative process. Respond to 2 of your classmates' posts and, potentially talk about your thoughts of the lighting in their images, maybe how it relates to the composition design, maybe how it just relates to the subject matter. And then if you'd like, share kind of like what was the first word that you thought of when you viewed the photographs. And then here's an example of the submission. So here's a great student photograph that's obviously diffused light, so it's low contrast. Here's an example of a student using a fill card that had like a gold reflector fill card. So the sun is kind of setting over here, and that's giving you the main light, and then the fill light, like I'm saying, is simply just a gold reflector card. Those reflector cards that I talked about in the helpful links in this learning unit, they're very powerful, so you might want to check those out. And then here's another example of high contrast with just using the sun as the predominant source of light. So be sure to, go back and review the student examples as a guide to think about, do I want to set something up or do I want to find something out in the world? All right, well, I really look forward to seeing your photographs for this particular learning unit, and keep me posted with any questions. Thank you.